Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Maxwell Vagrant, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is our second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 79 votes, and you can vote for the vehicles you want to see in upcoming Will It Off-Road by clicking on the link in the description down below. And dude, check it. Come on, man, vote. You clearly made a great choice. Go vote some more. No more hibernating for you. Come out of hibernation. Winter's almost over. Anyway, thank you for the comment, and thank you for all your comments. You're one of like most active commenters on the channel, and I appreciate it. So the Vagrant, watch closely because this is going to go by quick. Fantastic little off-road vehicle. Both of the off-roaders, ooh, hello, two wheels, that were released with the Casino Heist DLC are in today's video. Number 1 and number 2 for voting, or number 2 and number 1 for voting, I should say, because the Outlaw did get more votes. Make sure you play along with Will It Off-Road Bingo. There is a link in the description down below. Just click on Generate Card once you get to that page, and then tap or click on whatever happens in the video that you have in your card. And if you get bingo, then make sure you put that in the comments down below so that we know we have yet another bingo winner. It's just bragging rights. You don't actually get anything, but you'll be like among a very elite group. Like, I think we have 3 or 4 right now. I can't remember exactly which one it is. But this thing is good. About the only thing you really have to be careful with on the Vagrant, since it is rear-wheel drive, got that out the second time, is that when you're coming out of the corner, you do have to be a little careful on the gas. Not overly so, but a little bit, because the back end will come around on you. But the thing gets the midline speed boost beautifully on the straights. Or double clutching, as some of you call it, just makes it fantastic, especially over some of the jumps. It'll even do it when it lands, and it just goes, and it doesn't have wheel spin, and it's lightweight, and it has great suspension travel to soak up all the bumps and everything. Not as much as our next vehicle, but it still does really well. Look at this! At just 2 minutes, look where we are on the mountain. This is insanity. This thing is so fast. We haven't seen this type of performance in a long time. So coming up the final climb, no problem for the Vagrant whatsoever. And it is up in 2 minutes, 22 seconds. So will it off-road? Yeah, and by the way, that makes this our top off-road vehicle, number 1 spot, basically by 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, but it also makes it our number 1 vehicle overall for land vehicles anyway, by, get this, okay, so the Izzy Sport had that title for a long time, the fastest. This did it, the Vagrant did it 0.4 of a second faster. 0.40. That's what 36 frames works out to be. It's 36 divided by 40, or 60. Sorry, that's how you calculate out the tenths of a second. Because my little counter only counts frames, because Adobe won't count minutes, seconds, milliseconds. It counts minutes, seconds, frames, because that's just the way Adobe is. One of these days I'll learn how to get a better timer for it. But anyway, yeah, Vagrant, new number 1. So I thought when the Camacho knocked out its, 226, that we wouldn't see anything that fast for a long time, because nothing had gotten under that 2.5 minute mark ever. And then boom, not too long after, the Izzy Sport flew up there in a 224, or a 223, sorry. And then today, I mean, Izzy Sport's not been out that long. What, 1 DLC, 2 DLCs ago? It's not been out very long at all. And then boom, Vagrant comes along and knocks it right off that number 1 spot. So it's getting kind of exciting for off-roading times. I mean, whoa, that was exciting. I've never come that close to going over that edge without actually going over that edge. That was, the brakes on this thing are good. And look at it just eat up the bumps. But, I know it's not been the most exciting times for, racing, because, a lot of the vehicles just aren't anywhere near top of their class. But man, for off-roading, it has been an incredible time. Obviously, you wouldn't want to take this thing rock crawling or through deep water because it won't go over a rock and it can't go through deep water. But for just driving off-road, wow, it's fantastic. And I love it. And it was fun. And I had a blast with this. We're down 2 minutes, 25 seconds. So back to the top of Mount Chiliad we go after we wait and see Commander nearly go off the edge. Really close there, Commander. Now we're going to fling this thing off the side with the quad exhaust back there. And away we go. Nice landing, but then it gets away from me a little bit, trying to control it, hit on the back end, and then kind of lost it there. So it took a really big hit early on. But there's not a whole lot on this thing that can break, really. I mean, there's no doors to come off. There's no bumpers per se. There's no fenders that can break. So there's not really a lot that can happen with the damage to on this thing. You know, aside from it maybe blowing up, but ow. It has 100% armor, so, you know, it's probably not going to blow up. It's rare that we see that. Oh yeah, it does have a little hood. I don't know what that hood's covering. Like a gas tank, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, the hood came off, so... Oh no, what are we going to do without that? You can barely tell it's missing because it was such a small piece of the car, and it looks fine without it, so whatever. A little bit of weight savings. But look at it just fly through this bumpy, muddy section. I mean, yeah, it's getting bounced around, but not so much that it's uncontrollable. I mean, this was a breeze down through here, just so much so that I overcooked it. I had way too much speed, managed to roll the thing. It just, I was that overconfident in what I was doing because of this car. Just way too much speed everywhere. Wow, look at that traffic jam. We're down 1 minute, 27 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Vagrant. And of course, the windshield's gone. The hood is missing. Bent wheels, and for some reason, this redneck's angry at me. Even though I didn't do anything, he's got a red dot on my map. I don't really know why he's sitting here yelling obscenities at me. Why he was angry, but whatever, there he is. There's our support vehicles, as they were. We seriously got to have a talk with someone because, and I'm not even like being silly, it's just seriously got to have a talk with somebody. Anyways, our next vehicle, the Nagasaki Outlaw. Most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 112 votes. Please go vote. Please go vote. Please go vote. Please go vote. We're on our way off, and yes, Donkey, pretty soon, matter of fact, on Wednesday, you will be able to learn the art of suffocating in Astroneer. Astroneer Academy. Going to be 24 videos, spread into, like, broken down into 6 semesters or quarters, however you want to look at it. Taking you through everything Astroneer, from the very basics of just surviving your first in-game day, all the way through some really advanced stuff. Got a lot of great people working on it. If you happen to be in that very small segment of my audience that likes both GTA and Astroneer, and you're watching this and you'd like to be involved in the Astroneer Academy to either just like contribute best practices, pro tips, or just even reviewing what I've written for upcoming video scripts to make suggestions and corrections, by all means, hit me up, let me know. If you'd like to do some voiceover work for those and you have a good microphone, let me know that as well. So the Outlaw, not quite as fast as the Vagrant, but it has a couple of things going for it that the Vagrant doesn't have. One, it's all-wheel drive. So that helps a lot, though you do get a little bit of that all-wheel drive understeer that's characteristic to all all-wheel drive vehicles in GTA. But the second is it has way more suspension travel. So it makes it kind of feel like you're going really slow off-road when in reality you're not. Because again, look at the time. We're flying up this mountain. But every little bump is nothing because the suspension just eats it up and all 4 wheels just stay planted on the ground unless you go over an actual jump. Of the two, This is my favorite one to drive, even though it's a little bit slower. I need to get one. This one doesn't belong to me. This was graciously supplied by Twisted Kippy, my passenger over there. And I'll buy one eventually. It's a little expensive. I want to wait for it to go on sale. But I do love it. I mean, it's just fantastic. Oh, hello, Erica Bob. Up and over our final jump, 2 minutes, 24, almost 24 flat. Will it off-road? Well, yeah, being an off-road class, it better. That makes it the second fastest off-road vehicle. As far as in the off-road class, it is 3 seconds faster. Well, almost 3 seconds, just under. Than the Camacho. Makes it our third fastest overall, just about a second slower than the Issy Sport. And of course, on both these cars, that was at a 264. Hi, Sven. Something went very wrong with Sven's descent here. I'm not sure what happened there, but whatever it was. So a nice sunset drive down the mountain. It's kind of pretty. I think it was this car that it just rained. Like, just as we were about to start, like, at 8 a.m. in game, and then it rained to, like, 4 p.m. in game. And we just sat there and waited and waited and waited. I'm pretty sure it was this one that happened. Rain in GTA has delayed so many Will It Off-Road videos. I need to look up the weather. There's an actual app that tells you if it's raining or not in GTA. I need to look that up. Whoa. Get up the side there. And if it's going to be raining, just tell everybody, hey, we'll start in half an hour and just let's let the rain go away. But anyway, such a beautiful thing. Look at that when it jumps, just the way it lands. And even going to, like, through corners and with the uneven terrain, you just watching the suspension on this thing in action is so much fun. It just makes it so capable off-road. I think that this thing, with its slight ground clearance, might even be able to do a little bit of rock crawling, because it doesn't have as much overhang on the front. It's still not going to be able to do as good as some of the... excuse me, I hiccuped. It's not going to do as good as some of the other taller off-road vehicles, but I think it could probably do some, especially, like I said, since there's no real front overhang in front of the front wheels, and that's where front overhang goes, is usually in the front, as opposed to, maybe on the top. But it's late. It's okay. Don't worry. I've not completely lost it. Or I have, but no more than normal. It's like 1:10 a.m. right now. But, yeah, I turned the headlights off so it looks a little bit better for the video. But we're down 2 minutes, 20 seconds. I don't think the brakes on the Outlaw are quite as good as the brakes on the Vagrant. But this one's still my favorite one to drive of the two. And we waited until sunlight before flinging the thing off the side of the mountain so you could see what's going on. Lovely flat spin into a tree. So, well done, Matt. Already lost the light because of it. And, of course, we're also now caught in the cacophony of other off-road imports going down the hill. I had my choice, actually, of two different Outlaws between Kippy's and Schwinn's, and Kippy just got there sooner by like half a second, so I've gotten Kippy's. So we're getting thrown all around them, so we're like the smallest of them all, but that's fine because we're the smallest and the most capable out of all these off-roaders. We should be able to get away from that fray pretty easy and avoid some of the melee that's happening. Oh, we've lost a door. Don't fall out, Kippy. Ow. Well, if we have a bent wheel, we know how it happened. We got hit by a car. Okay, so yeah, we're not avoiding the fray. But look at that flip. That was an accidental six stunt. Excellent driving on my part, I have to admit. Right through that tunnel again. More beautiful driving. Nailed it. I love it when I hit that just perfectly. Just boom, right into the tunnel. It's really hard to do, but, it's a lot of fun when it happens. Down here in the bumpy, muddy bit, getting bounced around, but again, suspension mostly handling it. Up, didn't even hit the wood pile, and we're down. 1 minute, 35 flat. So we'll take a look at the damage, and of course, The windshield's gone. Most of the lights, that right door is gone, and there are some bent wheels as somebody ducks out of frame. And we'll take a look at the support vehicles here in just a second. And hey guys, please go vote for the vehicles you want to see in upcoming Will It Off-Road videos. Don't forget to play Will It Off-Road Bingo and come hang out with us on the Will It Off-Road, or the Will It Off-Road, on the Vainglorious Discords. Okay, let's start that sentence completely over. Random talks, take two. Don't forget to come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. All those links are in the description down below. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.